Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season, obviously. A perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded at the 6. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Second down, Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by their 7th-year quarterback from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
So far in his career, he's been good, and occasionally he's been great. But he and his team are wanting to see if he can take the next step up. Got to come back from 2 knee injuries, a knee surgery in 2017, and prove that he's the frontline starting quarterback that his team needs in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. The numbers for him from a week ago. 3 catches, 56 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the
Absolutely.
ball? Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. This would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went number 1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he is going to go down. They sack him. On the final play of the first quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Evades the tackler and now some space. They give him a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A pitch out to Drake. And some room to roam now. And now running right through it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Running, it's Drake. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard!
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. 2nd effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie, the coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Allen has it, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he breaks through another tackle. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And here a juke, and a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First down, Mayfield. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Titans. Julian Edelman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll begin with an AFC South matchup in Indianapolis, as Houston is in town. And it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Packers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the game you're watching, it's been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead on the road as we get you back up to Nashville and say hello once again to Brandon Gaudin.
The return man is Grant. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go now. Landed.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for one. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, we keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 28-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Eli Apple was a top 10 pick in the 2016 draft, and one of the reasons, his ability to get better, because remember, he's a young guy, and they just figured he could go ahead and grow. A redshirt sophomore when he came out, he's growing at a pretty good rate. How about that play right there?
Very nice pass deflection. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now, they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. You got to keep pounding away.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Taken in at the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. Evades him at the... There he goes! Julian Edelman! Touchdown, Titans! Julian Edelman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Titan offense is running away with this one.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point try by Bailey. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Spins past it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Again, they run with Burkhead. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards. It moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run. This is Burkhead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Burkhead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Jones. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here's Tannehill, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing again is Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He completes it to Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play. Yep,
confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Pretty move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Tannehill now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Now he goes spin. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run well the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Drake, able to slither by. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Mayfield now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Tannehill on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Craig Robertson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Titans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop down to 1-3.